Houston, Texas. A city built on rhythm and resilience, where struggle and creativity live side by side. In the southwest neighborhood of Alif, a young boy named Tobe Nwigwe grew up in a Nigerian household that taught discipline first, expression second. His parents carried tradition across an ocean, and from them he learned the quiet power of focus and faith. From the moment he could run, Tobe dreamed in helmets and end zones. Football was the language that translated his parents' sacrifices into hope. He earned a scholarship to the University of North Texas, and scouts whispered that he was one good season away from the league. But one tackle, one twist, one torn ligament ended the plan. In the silence that followed, purpose began to whisper. During recovery, he found himself stripped of everything familiar. No more game days, no cheering crowds, only questions. Out of that stillness came a new idea. If he couldn't play, he could serve. He founded Team Guinea, short for Get Involved, now Inspire, a non-profit that guided young people toward their own sense of direction. Speaking to students and communities, he discovered something powerful. When he talked about purpose, people listened. His cadence carried conviction. His words already had rhythm. He just didn't know yet that he was building the foundation of a new career. Around 2014, destiny introduced him to Luke Whitney, a soft-spoken Houston producer with a gift for cinematic stripped-down beats. Their first session didn't sound like anyone else's. Luke's production left space for breath and reflection. Tobe filled that space with lines that sounded half sermon, half battle cry.
Look, every beat I'm on, I never... That's you?
They worked out of bedrooms and borrowed studios, making music that felt spiritual and raw. Those early tracks became the heartbeat of his emerging sound. A year later, he met Martika Fat Nwigwe. She wasn't an industry insider. She was sharp, grounded, and utterly unimpressed by hype. What drew them together was faith and a shared sense of discipline. Fat had a natural eye for imagery and storytelling, and their chemistry turned into partnership. Soon they were building more than a relationship. They were building an ecosystem. Fat handled creative direction and styling, while Tobe honed his voice and message. Together they began releasing weekly videos under the banner Get Twisted Sundays, short, purposeful performances filmed in their home with friends behind the camera. Each week the visuals grew more striking, green and cream color palettes, military precision, and lyrics that balanced humility and confidence. Viewers who stumbled on the series online didn't just see an artist, they saw a movement forming in real time. By 2016, Tobe met Linnell Grant, a classically trained musician turned producer who would become the sonic architect of his catalogue. Nell's beats carried a sense of theatre. Layered drums, gospel chords, and wide open space that let Tobe's voice hit like scripture.
I got a wife, you know what I'm saying? And we really be rolling together, and I really like do the whole God family and everything else stuff. So it's like, do they want to do it? You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's like we have our own thing that we're doing, that we built.
With her behind the console, the sound evolved from raw energy into deliberate art. Together, they found the discipline to match the message. Nothing flashy, everything intentional. Through mutual friends in Houston's creative community, Tobe discovered David Michael Wyatt, a vocalist whose voice felt touched by the divine. Wyatt's soaring tone added warmth and soul to the music, creating the perfect counterpoint to Tobe's dense, percussive flow. The first time they recorded together, it felt like balance. Grit and grace, rhythm and revelation. By 2017, the circle was complete. Tobe, Fat, Nell and David formed the Originals, a family of artists united by faith and independence. Luke Whitney's early influence still echoed through their work, while Nell refined the production into something unmistakable. They did everything themselves, recording, shooting, styling, editing, turning a Houston living room into a creative headquarters. Their consistency became legendary. Every Sunday, a new song, every video, a new concept. They didn't chase viral moments, they built a catalogue of conviction. Audiences around the world started quoting lines like mantras. My mama thought I was a joke, became a declaration of perseverance, a reminder that purpose always outlasts doubt. The visuals were bold, the message unmistakable. Faith first, family always, purpose forever. As the movement grew, so did the attention. Icons began to notice. Erykah Badu, ever the guardian of soul, reached out to tell Tobe that his music felt ancestral. Then Dave Chappelle, comedian, philosopher, cultural barometer, invited him and Fat to perform at one of his legendary Ohio gatherings. Chappelle called them national treasures in the making. For Tobe and Fat, the recognition was more than validation. It was confirmation that walking in obedience could still reach the highest stages. Their songs found new life across the world. Michelle Obama added "I'm Dope" to her workout playlist. Performances on Tiny Desk and the BET Hip Hop Awards followed, each one executed with the same precision as those early Sunday drops. In 2022, Tobe, Fat and Nell performed on one of the biggest platforms in entertainment, the Super Bowl halftime show. The family that once shot music videos in their living room now represented purpose on a global stage. Despite the scale, the structure never changed. At home, they remain parents first, artists second. Their children appear in videos and backstage at shows. Fat still handles creative direction, wardrobe and choreography. Every new project, every live performance feels like another chapter in an ongoing ministry disguised as hip-hop. Tobe Nwigwe's journey from injured athlete to cultural icon is less about fame and more about faith in function. He never signed away his independence, never diluted his message to fit playlists. His success stands as evidence that excellence and integrity can coexist. That purpose, when pursued with discipline, becomes unstoppable momentum. Today, when he steps on stage surrounded by green and cream, it isn't just a concert. It's a family reunion, a sermon, and a celebration of obedience. Each verse is a testimony, each performance a reminder that legacy isn't built by chasing trends but by honoring truth. From A Leaf to the World, from Luke Whitney's early beats to Nell's precision, from Fat's creative fire to David Michael Wyatt's voice of heaven, the story of Tobe Nwigwe is the story of purpose discovering its own sound. He has shown a generation that independence can be sacred, that art can be ministry, and that when you move with intention, the right people will always find you. Tobe didn't chase the spotlight. He became the light.
All right, 5 words. A real nigga won. Ha!
And in doing so, he made purpose popular. As always, stay safe and be blessed.